Welcome to day 3 of Mid Semester Revamp Week. You might have noticed that I am compiling some of my best masterclasses, some of my best videos to really help you to get back on track and finish the semester stronger than you started. My whole goal with this Mid-Semester Revamp Week is just to help you to raise your grade to the highest grade that you can get at this point in the semester. I do not want any of you to quit. I do not want you to think that it's too late. I actually want you to prove to yourself that you're capable of doing hard things and that you're capable of pushing through and really making it through that finish line, giving it everything that you have and learning from this experience and taking those learnings to make your next semester your best semester yet. And so what we're going to be talking about today on day 3 is time management. How do you actually make sure that you have time to keep up with everything from now until the end of the semester so that you stay on track, you hand in every assignment, you are fully prepared for all of your exams, and you're able to improve your grades from now moving forward? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Again, do everything that I say. Ask all of the questions. I'm going to be here with you in the chat. Get what you came for. Do not let this be another YouTube video that you watch and get inspired by and get motivated by and then do nothing with. Inspiration and motivation are emotions. Emotions do not create results. The only thing that creates results are your actions, right? So take everything that I'm giving you over the course of these 5 days and do it, even when your brain tries to tell you that you don't have time. This is exactly what you need to be spending your time on, because this is exactly what is going to help you to take the right actions to improve your grades and to finish the semester with a passing grade or a higher grade than you even thought was possible. So remember, I talked about on day 1 how there are only 3 things that you really need. Make a schedule, make a study plan, use your brain and your emotions to create everything you need to stick to the schedule and the study plan. So day 3 today, we're going to talk about how to make a schedule. Or you might refer to this, the words that come out of your mouth, how you know you need to make a schedule is if you're using things like, how do I manage my time? And what planner should I buy? How do I balance everything between work, motherhood, this full class load that I'm taking? How much time should I spend reading, taking notes, studying, giving myself off? If you have stories like, it's taking me too long to read, or it's taking me too long to do this, I'm not spending any time with my family, you might be using all of these sentences and phrases to describe needing to make a schedule. So let's talk about what making a schedule is. You also may call it managing your time. So time management, if you feel like you struggle with time management, I want you to understand that all time management is, all making a schedule is the process of putting things on a calendar, whether it's a paper calendar or a digital calendar, it doesn't matter. If you know how to look at your calendar, to write down on a particular date and time when you're going to do something, you know how to make a schedule. You know how to do this. You know how to make a schedule. You've been doing it all along. Remember how I said that the only 2 reasons why you're not already the student it is that you want to be, why you're not already having your best semester yet, is because you're either making a schedule ineffectively, meaning it's not giving you the amount of free time it is that you want, or it's not allowing you to study the time frame that you want to study, or you're not doing it at all. So if you're making a schedule and you're not sticking to it, that means you're not doing it. You're just thinking about it in your mind. You're learning about it, but you're not actually doing it. And remember, the only thing that produces results are the actions that you take in this actual world. So if you make the schedule and you follow the schedule and it's not working, then we need to take a look at how you're actually creating your schedule. But if you are making your schedule and you're not sticking to it, that doesn't mean you don't have good time management skills. It doesn't mean you don't know how to make a schedule. It just means that you're not actually doing it. So just do it, right? Just get yourself to actually do it. All right. So now that you understand that it really is as simple as just like putting things on your calendar. Let's talk about how to make a schedule that creates certainty and confidence in yourself, that you can trust yourself to show up, follow through, to be disciplined. A schedule that creates the emotion of being calm and in control of your schedule and easeful, and a schedule that actually earns you better grades. So what does this type of a schedule need to include? Now, remember, a schedule is just you putting things on a calendar. So what do you actually need to put on your calendar in order to create a study schedule that creates certainty, trust in yourself, this idea that this is a done deal, I'm going to be there come hell or high water, that creates a sense of calm in you, and that actually earns you better grades. So again, if you have already been creating a schedule and it's not producing the result that you want, you're either spending too much time studying, or you feel like you're not spending enough time studying, you don't have enough free time, you feel like you have too much free time, this is going to help you to fix that problem. If you are someone who is avoiding the process of creating a schedule, actually following through, and you're just thinking about it, we're also going to be addressing the reason why and what you need to be focused on. So the first thing that needs to go in your schedule are your human needs. So one of the philosophies that we have here at She Rocks at College is that you are a human being first, and you're a human being who just happens to be taking college courses. At the end of the day, those college courses are going to end at some point, and you're going to continue being a human. If you don't take care of your human, there will be no human here to experience what you thought your college degree was going to get you. So we need to make sure that your human needs are taken care of first. So what I mean by that is self-care, hygiene, time off, time with your family, all of the things that you need to be filled up as a human. Okay? Going to the bathroom, eating food, working out, taking care of your human. The second thing that you need to block off in your calendar or schedule time for in your calendar are your life needs. So these are things like grocery shopping. These are things like laundry. These are things like commuting to and from different places, doctor's appointments, parties that you have to attend, things you have to do for your kids. The next thing that you want to schedule are your student needs. So we're first addressing our human needs. So what do I need for my human to be okay? Life needs. So the things that support the human, and then your student needs. So these are the things that you have to do as a student because you've chosen and made the decision that you're taking college courses to advance your career, to get a degree, to open up more opportunities for yourself so that you can live the life it is that you want. So if that's the choice that you're making, there are some things that you need to do, but there are only 3 things that you need to schedule time for. You just need to schedule time to take some notes. You just need to take time to make sure that you know what you're supposed to know. And you just need to schedule some time to get some help if you need it. Those are the only school-related activities that you should be putting inside of your calendar. And this right here is a sneak peek into the study plan that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. But as far as what goes in your schedule as a student for your student needs, just time to take notes, time to test to make sure that you understand what you're supposed to understand from those notes, and then getting yourself some help if and when you need it. Those are the only things that you should be scheduling time out for in your calendar, okay? The fourth thing that needs to happen is you need to learn how to handle the trade-offs and emotions of decision-making, okay? Because time management, you putting things in your calendar is really decision management. You're really making a decision of what you're going to do with your time during that time. And the reason why students don't stick to their schedule, they don't create a schedule at all. I have a lot of students who they don't even bother with calendars, is because you don't know how to handle the trade-offs and the emotions and the decision-making. You're always in drama about your time. You're always spinning out in thoughts about what if this isn't enough time, or what if this doesn't work, or what if time runs over and I'm supposed to be working on this at 3 o'clock, but I didn't finish it at 3 o'clock. And how do I know that's going to be enough time to actually get this done? Or what if I give myself that time and it's still not done within that time? Or what if I put in all this time and effort and then it doesn't give me the grade it is that I want? What if I create the schedule and I don't stick to it? Then what's that going to say about me? What is that going to mean about me? How does that affect me? How is that going to change things? Like this, these are the reasons why we don't create a schedule. These are the reasons why we don't stick to a schedule, is because we don't know how to handle the decision and the emotions that come with making the decisions that we have to make. And some of the decisions that we have to make when we're creating a schedule is what you will and will not do during a particular time. So Monday at 2 p.m., I am taking notes for Biology 2020. On Wednesday at 5 p.m., I am doing some practice problems from the back of the book for Calculus 101. What I'm not doing on Monday during the time that I'm taking notes for my Biology 2020 class is doing laundry, right? The decision I made is this is what I'm doing. I'm taking notes. On Wednesday, when I decided I'm doing the back of the problem practice tests, practice questions, that's what I'm doing. And it also means that I'm not cooking during that time. It also means that I'm not hanging out with my kids during that time. In that situation, that circumstance, you're going to have thoughts about it. You're going to have thoughts like, I should be spending time with my kids, or I want to be spending time with my kids, or I don't want to be doing this, or this is hard. And I, could be watching Netflix. You're going to have all of this drama come up, right? You're going to have thoughts about what you're not doing when you're studying. You're going to have thoughts about what you're not doing when you're having focused present time with your kids. You're going to have thoughts about what you're not doing when you are folding the laundry instead of reading, right? You're going to have thoughts about how long it takes to read, how long it takes to cook, how long it takes to do back of the problem, how long it takes to get through one lecture, how long it takes to do X, Y, and Z in your life, how long it takes to drive to and from school. You're going to have lots of thoughts about that. You're going to have lots of thoughts about not knowing if the time that you're giving yourself is going to be enough to get it done during that time frame. You're going to have thoughts about whether or not that's enough time to get the grade it is that you want. You're going to have thoughts about, am I spending enough time studying? Is it taking me too long to read my notes? You're going to have lots of thoughts. I call those thoughts drama. You're adding in all of these telenovela scenarios that are just making it more complicated than it needs to be. You're going to have thoughts about needing to work with the time that you have. You're going to feel frustrated and angry, and you're going to have thoughts like, I wish all I had to do was worry about school, and I wish I had more than an hour a day to get this reading done, and I wish that I had more than 3 days a week to work on schoolwork. You're going to have all of these thoughts, okay? You're going to have to make these decisions, and at whatever decision you decide to make, it means you're cutting off other options. If you make a decision to study, it also means you're not doing laundry. It also means you're not spending time with your kids. It also means you're not spending time with your partner. It also means that you're not grocery shopping. And if you decide to grocery shop, it means that you're not reading for class Y. And it also means that you're not watching the lecture for class Z. And it also means you're not going through your quiz sets for class G. Can you handle the trade-off? Can you hold yourself through the decision? Can you see the drama, because your brain is going to offer it to you, and not make it mean anything? Can you notice all the thoughts that your brain is presenting to you and choose what you know is going to get you the result it is that you're after, right? And we're going to be talking about how to use your brain and how to use your emotions to give yourself everything that you need to actually stick to it. But I really want to help you to see that you do know how to create a schedule, and you do know what to put on your schedule, right? And so we talked about what actually needs to be put into your schedule to earn the grades it is that you want and have the free time it is that you want, right? And then I also talk to you about, if you're not doing it, the reasons why you aren't doing it, all the drama that's created, right? For today, this is all we're going to cover because it really is this simple. Your assignment, the challenge that you have for today is I want you to decide what human needs you're going to schedule for the coming semester, what life needs you're going to schedule for the coming semester. And I also want you to write down what student needs you're going to schedule for the semester. And you'll have more detail as to like what these actions of taking notes, testing to make sure I'm getting help is tomorrow when we cover creating your study plan. But I want you to write all of this down in the comments, like what your decisions are going to be about, what your human needs are, what your life needs are, what your student needs are. And then what I want you to do is I want you to identify some of the drama that you create that prevents you from actually sticking to the schedule, how you overcomplicate it, how you pretend that you don't know how to create a schedule, or all of the sneaky things that your brain tells you that makes you not want to stick to it, makes you not want to actually plan out the time. Because when students are not making a schedule, the reason why they're not making a schedule is because they don't think that they can stick to it. They don't see what the point is. And what I can tell you is that the thoughts that you're having, the drama that you're creating about your schedule and all of these decisions and all of these trade-offs, right? You avoiding wanting to make the decision because of the trade-offs that it means you're going to have to make is the reason why you're either not creating this schedule or you're not able to stick to it. And if you're someone who has been making a schedule all along, but you feel like it's not getting you the grades it is that you want, it's probably because you're not scheduling these 3 things in your calendar. You may be doing 1 or 2 or none, right? Or if you find that you're making a schedule, but it doesn't allow you the time it is that you want for yourself or to spend with your family, it's probably because you're not scheduling human needs, you're not scheduling life needs into your calendar. So do this activity. Remember again that every time you comment, every time you actually do the assignment from the challenge, also helping yourself get set up and prepared for the upcoming semester.